"You're troubled," her aunt said. Topaz tried to smile, but she didn't answer. "Look," Thinweave said, setting down her mug and folding her hands in front of her. "For a moment, I'm just your aunt, and not a prospective master. What is it?" Topaz had always found it easier to speak with her aunt than even her own mother, but that made it harder now, considering. "I'm not sure—" she started, then stalled. She took another sip. Thinweave's eyebrow drifted upward again. "Whether you wish to labour—" No, Topaz said quickly. "Not that. I will always practice, and I'll always wish to learn from you, as much as you'll teach me." Her aunt sighed. But I want babes. I want babes." It felt good to say it. She avoided her aunt's eyes. She knew Thinweave had wished to take her as an apprentice. Topaz's brothers laboured with her father at smelting. There were no others in the family. "You're a pretty maid," Thinweave said. "You'll have no problem." As if it mattered. There were 2 or 3 dwarves to every dwarf maid, and so every maid received marriage offers. The only variation was how wealthy the offers. "It's just—" Thinweave picked her mug back up and took a sip. "I want the babes. It's just, I'm not sure I want the dwarf." Thinweave spit her tea back into her mug, leaned back and laughed, clapping her hand on her thigh. "Ah, maid," she said, shaking her head, her shoulders shaking. "I'm serious," Topaz said. "I know. That's what makes it funnier." Topaz couldn't help but smirk, but she tried to hide it by taking another sip. "You do know," her aunt went on, leaning in and whispering, "that you can't get the babes without the dwarf, aye?" "Aye, yes." "I really am serious," Topaz said, and this time enough of her emotion made it into her voice that the mirth drained from her aunt's frame. All right, maid." Thinweave leaned back, squinting at Topaz. "Do you not like a dwarf? Do you not find them pleasing?"